Yes, hello everyone, welcome back to Newcastle Fans TV. I'm in a position where Keith Downey regularly does his Sky Sports news updates, literally right here, as he sits in the car and he's got to get out and back in, reporting on transfers. No doubt he'll be mentioning Miguel Almiron in his report in the next 24 hours, as it looks set, almost done, that he's left the club. Yeah, hello everyone, I hope this is doing alright. So it's a late one, as you can probably tell. It's bitter cold, but it looks like Newcastle United's Miguel Almiron is heading out the club. We are probably sponsored by Stocks FC. You'll see a QR code in the bottom left of your screen. That's where you can have a little look at investing in players. Maybe not Miguel Almiron because he's leaving the club, but maybe Alexander Isak. You should just take a little look before we talk about the rest of the video about our sponsor today.
Stocks FC, football stock trading. You can claim 5 free stock loans with us in using the QR code or the link in the description. If you want to bag yourself Chris Wood, who's banging in goals, or maybe it's David Raya, who's keeping loads of clean sheets, or is it Alexander Isak you want to invest in? These are the players that you want. You can buy and sell player stocks, build a portfolio for your favourite players, and earn weekly, monthly and end of season rewards in cash. Just like the real stock market. Stocks FC.
So there you go, Stocks FC. I've invested. I've got Gordon, Isak on my side. They're probably getting me a few money at the minute. You get 5 free loans off us in that QR code, which you can see on the screen. So definitely check it out because it is very, very decent. It's much better in real life than fantasy football. I love it. Absolutely love it. But thanks to the guys, to Stocks FC, for sponsoring us. But Miguel Almiron, I wrote an article on Newcastle Fans TV today, basically explaining his legacy at Newcastle United. Now, I'm not going to come on here and criticise him. It's not that type of video to do at this stage. He's been here for 6 years. Remember when he was brought in under Rafa Benitez and we had the Spanish-speaking three of Rondon, Perez and Almiron. Initially, that helped him to settle in. Obviously, Rondon, Perez left in the summer, of course, we know, and he's been a little bit indifferent. He took a while for him to score his first goal against Palace, something like 11 months later. But he's going to be remembered with a lot of Newcastle fans is that graft, endeavour, plays with a smile on his face. And that's probably the 3 things that will probably come away with it. Yes, he had his patch of form, which you have to say scoring 11 goals in a Premier League season is absolutely fantastic. Some strikers don't even manage that. And some of the goals and the memories that he's brought us, if you think about in all the games that I've gone to, what springs to my mind is the volley against Fulham. I remember doing the match vlog and the reaction of Miggy scoring, and I'm like, oh my god, what a goal, and all that, as I normally do, because that's how I react, you know. But he's scoring that worldy goal, the Paris, the 4-1 win here at PSG. We're all going to remember that. I was in the Gallagher that night, seeing it, the noise, man, the noise that night was just incredible, and he was a big part of that because he scored the opening goal. You've also got to think of that goal, I think it was the season before, the one against Palace as well, these other one where Bruno gets a ball, he chests it, he looks up and then he half volleys it, it's a hell of a cross, pings it to Miggy on the attack. I think he's up against Tyreek Mitchell on that right hand side, and then Miggy cuts in and just pings the top corner. It's an unbelievable goal, unbelievable. He's scored a few beautiful goals, hasn't he? And that spell what's helped Newcastle get into the Champions League places. There's no doubt about it. Whether you think of him as a poor player or a decent player or an average player, whatever, there's no doubt about it. His 11 goals helped propel Newcastle to get into the Champions League. Now, the last 18 months, yes, he's been inconsistent. He's lost his place. We've seen Jacob Murphy play there. We've seen even the likes of Harvey Barnes, Anthony Gordon, Joe Linton go over there and be ahead of Miggy in the starting lineup. So that shows you that the time is right for Miguel Almiron to leave Newcastle United. He's been here 6 years. He's not getting much game time. And when he's first come, I write in the article that when he was here, Newcastle were a team that were like just hoping to stay in the division. There was never really any ambition under Mike Ashley. And obviously, as the years have gone by, that purple patch from Miggy was absolutely fantastic. But as the squad gets better, the expectation gets better, the ambition just gets better. Apart from that spell that Miggy had, I think players have obviously gone past him, a high caliber player, and he's not getting his game time at the moment. Look, and we can always talk about that right wing position needs strengthened, but his time at Newcastle, I think, do you know what it is? I think in about 5 or 6 years, he'll become a player, he'll become like a bit of a cult hero. I really do. You think, oh, remember I had Miggy. Remember Miggy? He's always smiling, wasn't he? God, he's a graft. Now he was fast, wasn't he? Didn't have a right foot. But hey, he just scored some worldies, didn't he, when he did score and what have you. So we'll remember that with Miggy, no doubt about it. And he's coming from Atlanta where he knows the place. And he's going to go back to Atlanta. We're going to have Jay, who supports Atlanta and Newcastle. And when I went over in pre-season and we played Chelsea in the Mercedes-Benz, by the way, best stadium in the world. Best stadium, hands down. Chelsea beat 1-1. Tell a lie. Chelsea went in front and then Miggy scored in the equaliser and he had to score. Of course he did, in the Mercedes-Benz, in a Newcastle shirt. And all the fans came out for him, went nuts for him. He's absolutely loved over Atlanta and they're going to be desperate to have him back and love it that he's back in Atlanta. It is at the age now where he's 31 in February in a couple of weeks' time. Newcastle can get a bit of a fee. I think it's rumoured somewhere in the region of about 8 million with a few add-ons. Yes, it leaves Newcastle in a vulnerable position if they don't go and strengthen. But for him to go back to the States, he knows the city, he knows the fans, he's worshipped over there. It's a great move for him. It's a great move. You can say, do you know what? I've played in the Premier League, I've played in the Champions League. He scored some fantastic goals. So you'll see the clips in Sky Sports in the next 10 years. Goals from 2023. You'll see Miggy appearing on quite a lot of them. So, farewell to Miggy. He's been criticised by a lot of fans, been criticised by a lot on this channel as well. But look at the positives that he's done. I think that's where we've got to look at it as a fan base. The time is right for the club. The time is right for the player to move on. And hopefully he has a fantastic career. And I'm sure he do. Well, he'll wind down his career. And I'm sure his girlfriend and his little one, who's the spit and double of him, by the way, will have a fantastic time in Atlanta because they know the city so well. And obviously he's a Paraguayan international. It's no good for him. 10 minutes every 2 games. It's no good for him. He needs to play football for his international ambitions, really. And Atlanta will get a great player again, no doubt about it. He's still, to this day, record transfer out of the MLS. He still holds that, which was just over 20 million English pounds, which is something like that. Now my maths aren't great. 24 US million dollars, correct me if I'm wrong, in and around that. But check my article out that I wrote about Miggy. It's on newcastlefanstv.com. And I wish him all the best. I do. I wish him all the best, but I think the time is right. I think it's ready. And I think it's been ready for a while. He probably should have went in the summer, but yeah, he's brought really happy times for me. They're some of my personal highlights. That Fulham one, Craven Cottage, I was blown away by it. The PSG one and the Palace goal, where he just rips, and that pass by Bruno just rips Tyron Mitchell. They're the 3 standouts for me. I want to know what you think. I want you to give well wishes, because you never know. His agent might see this, he might see your comments, you never know, the player might. Obviously you look back and it was emotional. Pete Graves has already tweeted out today saying that was emotional farewell. A few players were upset because he's loved. And you kind of look at him like a baby brother, but the lad's nearly 31, so he's not really a kid anymore. He's experienced international now. And he's well loved amongst the dressing room. He doesn't get himself into bother. And I want to leave you with the clip of Eddie Howe pushing Almiron in front of us all at Southampton the other day. It was brilliant to see. And I want you to watch Eddie Howe, because he walks all the way through the players and just pushes them. Go and take it. Go and take an appreciation you deserve for what you've put the last 6 years. I think Tyndall has a word from first as well, but I'm going to leave you with that because I want this to be a positive video on Miguel Almiron. But I'm going to leave you with that. Drop us a massive like in the video, and I'll leave you with this clip. Take care, everyone, and good luck, Miggy.